Hello everyone, hope you all are doing great and welcome back. Now in this video we are going to be creating a custom text field and we're going to basically create a custom view modifier using Combine, and basically we're going to filter out the results in the text fields as they enter. I want to show you an example as how you can use Combine basically to simplify some of the work that you are doing basically in SwiftUI. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the import of Combine, and we're going to create a custom view modifier. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a view, and I'm going to change it to a view modifier. And let's go ahead and remove this. I'm going to change this to single char view modifier. And essentially what our view modifier is going to do is it's going to filter out all the results and only going to show the last character entered in the text field. So at a time, the text field is going to display one character, but we're going to have the ability to receive or basically keep all the data that user has entered so far as well. So we're going to provide that mechanism. All right, this is going to be conforming to view modifier protocol, which requires us to basically provide the definition for body function, which returns some sort of view. And this is where we're going to construct our view. But before we actually build our view, we got to do some housekeeping work. So for example, first of all, we need two binding variables, one to keep track of the text that we're going to bind our text field to, and the other one is basically the full text, which is going to keep all the text the user has entered so far. Okay, so we're going to create a binding for text that's going to display the current text, and another binding for our full text, which is going to keep basically all the text that user has entered so far. Okay, now next thing what we're going to do is before we actually start the body function, we're going to create an initializer, and this initializer is going to take a binding of type string, okay, for the text, and a binding for full text. And because binding elements are basically backed by another variable that's actually created at the compile time, it simply can be referenced using underscore. So we're going to say self._text is equal to text, and similarly we're going to do same thing for full stack. This way both our text and full text are basically initialized with the binding values. All right, now we are ready to create the body function, and we're going to first reach out to the content that has been provided, and we're going to attach onReceive modifier onto this. Now onReceive modifier basically expect us to pass a publisher, and we are going to use just publisher, which is like, a combined publisher that basically publishes just the value that you have provided. So in our case, whatever is in the text, we're going to basically convert it into a publisher using just publisher, and then it's going to basically give us a new value in the perform closure. Okay, so we're going to use this new value to basically create our single character experience. Okay, so we're going to first take out the filtered value. So we're going to take the new value, we're going to get the last element and map it as a string. Okay, because what we get from last is a character, and we're going to simply map that as a string, and then we are going to basically say if full text, so full text is empty, and or if the filtered is not equal to the new value that's been recently published, okay, the object itself, then we want to actually populate the text, and we want to populate the text with filtered value. If it's nil, just replace it with an empty value, and also take the full text and populate that and append the value that's in the self.text. Okay, so this basically what's going to do is it's going to keep single character at a time inside the text, but full text is going to keep all the values. All right, we're going to create a view extension, so extension to the view, so we can add a convenient way to add this modifier to the content, and we're going to simply create a function here. We're going to call this single char field, and this is basically going to take the same parameter as the initializer here. So I'm going to copy those two and I'm going to paste it right here. Okay, and this guy is going to return some view, and we are going to simply call our newly created modifier inside self. Okay, so we're going to say single view modifier, text is going to be text, and full text is going to be the full text. Because both of these values are passed as binding, we just have to simply pass them through. Okay, now with that ready, we're going to actually we have actually completed the construction of our view modifier, a custom view modifier, which is combine backed. Now we're going to just go ahead and use this. So first of all, we're going to create two state properties, one for text initialized with an empty text, and another one for full text. Okay, and we're going to basically use this first text view to display the full text. All right, and we're going to basically create a text field. The title is not going to be anything, basically empty title. We're going to bind this to our text, and we're going to remove the prompt. All right, we're going to make sure that this is basically a single char field bound to the text and full text. So we're going to pass those bindings using the dollar operator. We're going to create a binding for the state property, and then we're going to basically have our text field style as rounded border. All right, with that we are ready. Now let's go ahead and I'm going to run it because I don't know why this is taking so long. Oh, it's actually there. We just can't see it. It's right here. Okay, so I'm going to type dev techie, and as you can see, as I'm typing, only one character is retained inside the text field, but you can write, you get the whole string printed out in the text field. All right, so in this video, basically you learned how you can use some of the simple publishers from Combine to create a custom experience that actually is suitable for your app. All right, with that, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in another video. Thank you.